Hello, good day to everyone. Okay, so I'm back again for another video. However, this video is just but a continuation of the previous lesson or previous video lesson, and that is all about scientific notation. So last time we had our lesson all about writing numbers in its scientific notation. Now this time is that we're going to have writing scientific notation into its standard form or decimal form. So please bear with me and don't forget to like and subscribe and share to others so as to help everyone all about mathematics lesson made easy with teacher Phoebe. Please enjoy watching.
Let us present this lesson by the following illustrative examples. And again, let's travel back again to the outer space. Yan. So, balik ulit tayo sa outer space and into our solar system. Right? So, in my previous video, I did already introduce to you the outer space and nag-travel na tayo doon. And again, we're going to travel back again to present this lesson by the following illustrative examples. So, let's have illustrative example number 1. Okay. Yan. So, have you ever wondered how or what is the mass of the sun? Gaano daw ba kaya siya kabigat? Okay? Or gaano ba kaya siya kalaki? Parang ganun. It says here that the sun is approximately equal to 1.9891 times 10 raised to 30 kilograms. So, ilang kilo kaya ng bigas ang katumbas ng bigat ng sun na to? Alright? So, let's change 1.9891 times 10 raised to 30 kilograms into its standard form or decimal form. So, taking away again the given numbers, so ito yung given na scientific natin, this time, ang gagawin natin ay i-change na natin na tong scientific number na to into its standard or decimal form. What is this step number 1? Step number 1 is to determine the exponent. So that's your exponent. This tells how many times the decimal point is to be moved. So, eto, tong exponent natin na to, mag-positive man yan or mag-negative man yan, it tells how many times the decimal point is to be moved. Okay? So, after identifying the exponent, proceed to step number 2. Move the decimal point depending upon the given exponent. If the exponent is positive, you are going to move the decimal point going to the right. And if the exponent is negative, you are going to move the decimal point going to the left. So for the first two examples, going to the right tayo, and for the last two examples, going to the left tayo. So hindi naman kayo malilito. Maiintindihan nyo naman to. Okay, so let us now move the decimal point. How do we do that? Of course, maglagay tayo ng equals. Kasi hinahanap nga natin kung ano yung standard form ng given scientific notation na to. You bet, napakalaki talaga ng number na to. Okay? So, let's see. What we're going to do is that you just copy 1.9891. Okay? Pagka-kopya mo nun, what you're going to do is, syempre, i-move mo na yung decimal point. Okay? 30 times going to the right. So, here's your decimal point. You move it 30 times. So, please bear with me and count with me. So, we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So, pang 15 pa lang to. Excuse me. Kinakailangan dapat kapag nag-move kayo ng decimal point, dapat yun, tuloy-tuloy lang. Tuloy-tuloy yun, ha? However, since I don't have enough space to my right, therefore, I'm just going to write it down below na lang. Pero dapat talaga kapag nag-move kayo ng decimal point, tuloy-tuloy yun. Bawal mo kasing i-cut yung number. Okay, so tuloy natin na lang sa baba. Just for the sake na makita nyo na talagang na-move tayo ng decimal point. So, this is ordered 15th, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So, now we move the decimal point 30 times going to the right. What are you going to do next? Of course, remove, no, not yet. Add zeros there. Okay, so parang yung mga basket na yan, ang purpose niya dahil wala ka namang number na ilalagay, you have to write zeros. Okay, so add zeros. Hindi ka naman pwedeng maglagay ng number na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only zeros. Okay, zeros lang talaga ang ilalagay. Add zeros. Okay. So, after adding zeros, what are you going to do next? Tanggalin mo na yung decimal point dito, okay? Kasi nga, naglipat nga tayo eh. So, tanggalin natin si decimal point, ilipat na natin siya ngayon dito sa dulo. Okay, tinanggal ko na rin yung mga arrow natin, yung movement ng decimal point kasi hindi naman yun kasama sa final answer. Ang final answer talaga natin ay yung standard form, this one, okay? So, you will see here that your decimal point is found after the last digit of the given number. And ang sabi daw, in mathematics, kapag ka ang decimal point ay nasa pinakadulo na or pinaka-last digit na, what we are going to do is just to remove it. Kasi, in mathematics, kapag ka nasa dulo siya, it means that the given number is a whole number. So, yung kumbaga, yung nabuo mong number is a whole number. And whole numbers has an invisible decimal point right after at the very last digit of that certain number. You don't need to write it. And what will be your final answer? That is your final answer. So, this is the mass of the sun in kilograms. Okay? So, ayan. Kwentahin nyo na lang kung ilang kilo ng bigas ang kakailanganin ninyo para malaman kung gaano talaga kabigat yung katumbas ng sun. Alright? So, let us go back again to the outer space and travel there again to our solar system. Let's have example number 2 naman. Okay? We know that sun, okay, sun gives us light. Without sun, it's nighttime. I mean, may sun naman talaga. Kaya lang, once na nasa harap, kapag nasa harap siya, it's daytime. And kapag yung earth is facing sun, it's daytime. Kapag ka nakatalikod yung lahat ng nasa likod ng earth, yun yung nighttime. Yung mga naandito na nasa nighttime sila. How fast do you think the sunlight travels or reaches the earth? Gaano kaya kabilis na mag-travel yung sun or yung sunlight sa atin? Right? Para masagot natin yan, let's have the following example. Okay? So, to answer how fast does the sunlight reaches the earth, it says here that, ayan, the sunlight reaches the earth 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So, ibig sabihin, ilang meter stick yung bilis ng, kumbaga, alam niyo yung meter stick? Kasi, ang basis ko kasi ng meter is the meter stick. So, I hope napipicture out nyo din yung gusto kong ipapicture out sa inyo. Ang meter kasi ay katumbas ng isang meter stick. Okay, if you know what a meter stick is. Ngayon, ang sabi dito, the sunlight reaches the earth 3 times times 10 raised to 8. It travels 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So, ganun siya kabilis. Now, let's see and change this into its standard form. Kumbaga, ilang meter stick ang kakailanganin natin para mahanap kung gaano katumbas yung bilis ng ah, pagdating or pag-travel ng sunlight sa isang segundo. Take note ha, isang segundo lang ito. Okay? So, let's have the following. Change 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second into standard form. And how do we do that? Again, take out 3 times 10 raised to 8. Step number 1, determine your exponent, because it will tell you how many times you are going to move the decimal point. Now, since your 8 here is positive, therefore, we are going to move the decimal point 8 times to the right. Now, if we're going to take a look at our number 3 here, it doesn't have a decimal point. And ito dapat yung clear sa inyo na dapat naiintindihan nyo ng brain cells natin lahat that all whole numbers has an invisible decimal point right after that last digit. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang decimal point, nandito lang siya. So, this is equal to ganyan. Nandito yung decimal point niya. Nakikita nyo ba? Okay, do not be bothered with an invisible decimal point. Meron yan. Okay? Then, what are you going to do next na? Siyempre, move na natin yung decimal point natin. 8 times going to the right. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then add zeros there. After adding zeros, what are you going to do next? Remove the decimal point here. You don't need that kasi inilipat mo na nga siya dito. Alright, tinanggal ko na yung mga arrows kasi hindi natin yun kailangan. And then, syempre, anong sabi ko kanina? If your decimal point is found right after at the very last digit of that number, you just have to remove it. Kasi whole number naman ito. You don't need that. You don't need to write it. Okay? Hindi sa hindi, you don't need that. You don't need to write it. Remove it. Therefore, that'll be your final answer. So, if we're going to take a look at the answer, ayan, you need 300 million meter sticks in order for you to know how fast the sunlight travels per second. So, sa isang segundo ay nakaka-travel ang sunlight ng 300 million na meter sticks daw ang katumbas niya. Diba? Amazing. Okay, so that's it. That is how you change scientific notation into standard form when the given exponent is positive. Okay, so let us go back again to our solar system and let's have illustrative example number 3. Okay, dito na lang tayo sa Earth mag-focus. Total, dito naman talaga tayo nakatira. Back when everything are still normal, we used to go to beaches. Okay, beaches. Dagat. Okay, lagi tayong naliligo. Ayan. Swimming. Bury ourselves in the sand and enjoy the moments during summer. Have you ever wondered how small a grain of sand is? Yeah. That is how small a grain of sand is. Yan, ganyan daw kaliit ang isang piraso ng buhangin. But take note ha, hindi ito, tawag natin dyan, hindi ganito lahat ang itsura ng sand. You may just try to search and Google it. Makikita ninyo iba-iba ang itsura ng butil ng buhangin. Pero since I think this is the somewhat closest image of a sand, so ito lang yung pinili ko. Okay? So, how small is a grain of sand? Kaano kaliit ang isang butil ng buhangin? It says that a grain of sand has 2.4 times 10 raised to negative 3 inch. So, ganun lang daw siya ka-liit. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin inch, 1 inch of a ruler yon. Pero, take note of this. Yung exponent mo, naka-negative. So, ibig sabihin, malayo siya kung ikukumpara sa inch natin. Alright? So, let's change that 2.4 times 10 raised to negative 3 into standard form. And how do we do that? Of course, take out the given number, 2.4 times 10 raised to negative 3. Then, anong sunod na gagawin natin? Determine the exponent. Your exponent is negative 3. And this tells how many times you are going to move the decimal point. So, ibig sabihin, 3 beses. However, since your exponent is negative, you are going to move the decimal point going to the left. So, i-move natin. Yan. See? Okay, so this is equal to what? Get your 2.4. Your decimal point is right here. Ililipat lang daw natin siya ng 3 beses papunta sa kaliwa. Okay, going to the left. Remember that kasi yung exponent natin ay naka-negative. Then add zeros. Remove the decimal point kasi nilipat mo na nga siya dito. So that will be your answer. However, is this already your final answer? No, not yet. Why? It is because kapag ang decimal point ninyo ay naandito sa kaliwang banda at nagkataon na naglipat ka, nandito siya sa dulo, you have to add a zero before it. Kailangan talagang ganun. Because this is how a decimal looks like. Wala tayong decimal number na point. Mathematically, we have to add zero really. Okay, then remove the arrows that you have drawn, and that is already your final answer. So this is how small a grain of sand is. Pero take note ha, hindi naman lahat ganito talaga ang size. Iba-iba sila ng sizes, depende sa kung gaano kalaki or kaliit yung grain of sand mo. Iba-iba naman talaga yon. Okay? Ano lang to? Approximation. Approximation lang siya. So, let us go back again to our solar system and let us have the last but not the least illustrative example number 4. Everything turned into wishes and prayers because of this novel coronavirus 19. Our world, the earth, is facing pandemic today because of this virus. Yan, because of this virus. Have you ever wondered how small is a coronavirus? Ayan, ganyan daw itsura ng virus if we're going to take a look at it in microscope. Microscopic daw siya. You barely see it with your eyes. Kaya nga, di ba, ang kasabihan ngayon, ang kalaban natin ngayon ay hindi nakikita. So, you have to be very careful with whom you talk with what you touch, with where you go. Keep safe daw lagi. Wash your hands and stay healthy kasi yun naman talaga yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. How small is the coronavirus? Gaano kaya siya kaliit? Okay, it says here that it is approximately equal to 1.4 times 10 raised to negative 4 millimeter. So, ibig sabihin, sobrang liit lang talaga niya. You barely see it with your eyes. Hindi talaga siya, not barely pa nga kasi you do not see it with your eyes. You cannot see it with your eyes. So, let's change that into standard form. Take out 1.4 times 10 raised to negative 4. And again, determine your exponent. Your exponent is negative 4. So, yung negative 4 na yan will depend on how many times and where you are going to move your decimal point. So since this is 4, we're going to move 4 times. However, since it is negative, 4 is negative, we're going to move it to the left. So copy 1.4 at iusog natin siya 4 times. Iusog natin yung decimal point 4 times to the left. After moving the decimal point, you have to add zeros. Remove the original point here. Ilipat natin siya dito. And just like what I said to you, or what I told you a while ago, when your decimal point is found right here sa unahan, you have to add 0 before it. Okay? Lagi talagang ganon. Mathematically, when we write numbers in standard form or decimal form, we have to add 0 before the decimal point. Okay? Pero hindi yung kasama sa pagbilang ha. Hindi yung kasama. Ang binibilang natin ay yung movement lang talaga ng decimal point. Erase the arrows and that is your final answer. So, ganyan daw kaliit. Ibig sabihin, malayo pa talaga siya sa 1 millimeter. Di ba ang 1 millimeter ay yung isang guhit lang doon sa centimeter portion ng ruler natin. Okay? Yung 1 millimeter doon, yung isang maliit na isang guhit. So, if this is 0.0014, you do not see a coronavirus really. So, I hope you learned a lot in this lesson. That will be all for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Keep safe, everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye.